So what is the one question you can ask that can increase your average repair order? It is this. While we have your Ford Focus here, what other concerns are you having? Or, while we have your Mustang here, what other concerns are you having? Or whatever else the make and model is the customer is calling about. We call this the extra question, and it should be asked during the incoming appointment phone call right after you get the caller on the schedule. There are many reasons to ask the extra question, the number one reason being that it will yield more work to be done, and oftentimes it's something that your multi-point inspection would not have found. In fact, asking the extra question results in more work about 50% of the time. How do I know this? I have been teaching the extra question to service advisors for over 10 years, and during that time I've been listening to them use it in their phone calls. I have literally heard with my own ears how effective the extra question is at yielding more work. The second reason to ask the extra question, which we've already touched on, is that it truly can increase your average repair order. According to my experience, hearing the extra question do its magic, when it does equate to more work, it can add on average about $250 to a ticket. The extra question also ensures you're providing the highest level of customer care by doing all you can to make sure the caller remembers everything their car may need, so they might not have to come back for a second appointment for any issues they forgot to tell you about. You see, callers can become so focused on a new primary concern about their vehicle that they forget about a secondary concern that they've been meaning to call you about. The extra question can jog their memory. The fourth benefit of asking the extra question is that it helps you to be in better control of scheduling technicians' time due to fewer surprise additions that come up at drop-off. And lastly, the extra question lets you and the caller come to a mutual agreement that both of you are ready to end the conversation. I can't tell you how many times I hear service advisors try to abruptly end a conversation with someone on the phone, even though the caller may not be ready yet. The extra question is a strategy to use to make sure that both the service advisor and the caller have a mutual agreement that all their questions have been answered and they're truly finished with the conversation. Only after that point, after the extra question is asked and answered, should you actually end the call. It's important to notice that the extra question is an open-ended question, meaning it cannot be answered with a simple yes or no. So it's not, is there anything else, or do you have any other concerns, which are close-ended questions that can be answered with yes or no. Instead, it's, what other concerns do you have? This is by design. An open-ended question invites conversation and gives you more information to work with versus the close-ended version. Oftentimes when I'm listening to phone calls and the extra question is asked, what other concerns do you have? I'll hear something like this from the caller. No, I don't think so. I think it just needs the brakes looked at. But you know, there is a weird rattling sound kind of at higher speeds. I kind of forgot about that. Is that something you guys could take a look at too? You can literally hear the caller think out loud and come up with additional concerns. That's the power of the extra question. I'm going to play for you 2 real customer calls that demonstrate the power of the extra question. Listen carefully to hear the way the service advisors ask the extra question and how the callers respond.
And then aside from the vehicle going into limp mode, what else do we need to address on this
one? I think that's it.
Okay.
I guess just, I don't know, do you guys do oil changes and everything else like that?
Yeah,
I know how to do an oil change.
You ready for service yet?
Yeah, I need an oil change and the tires rotated.
Yeah, we're glad to do that one for you.
And here's another one.
What kind of vehicle are you bringing to Kelly?
Hyundai Elantra, 2005.
Okay, and what else is going on with the car?
Mostly just needs oil.
Okay.
It also, I wasn't sure if this is something that you do too. The heat and the air conditioning in the summer are only working very well when the car is actually moving. So if I stop at a stop sign, it gets cold all of a sudden.
Okay.
So
not heating when at idle. can definitely take a look at that for you also, because we don't want you driving around with no heat.
Notice that there are various versions of the extra question being asked in those 2 phone calls, but they are both open-ended and they both successfully led to more work. I hope you give the extra question a try. I think you'll like the results. Thank you so much for watching today, and as always, thank you for coming alongside me as we build something better together.